Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for joining me this week for the weekly question and answer videos. I'm answering questions today that you guys asked from the last question and answer video. And anybody that has a question, please ask me anything you want. Go down below into the comment section and I'll answer it in the next Q&A video next Monday, every single Monday. Welcome new subscribers. Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. If you think that my information has benefited you or you think could benefit somebody else, would you be so kind to help support me by subscribing to my channel? If you can, if you want to, you can hit the notification bell and you'll be alerted of new videos. Comment down below. You can vote up or down on my video. Stop in the comment section, say hi, ask me a question. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope everybody is making it through the holidays. I know this is a stressful time of year for everybody, especially people who are recovering from trauma and have bad relationships with family, and we've lost people and failed relationships and stuff like this. And a lot of us tend to have had maybe a lot of bad holiday seasons. So I hope you guys are okay, and I hope you guys aren't totally alone. If you are, I'm very sorry, very sorry. We're almost through it, okay? And 2020 is almost behind us. Jeez, right? Isn't that nice? God, how much worse, well, I don't even want to say that, huh? How much better is 2021 going to be for you? I hope much better. I recommend things every single week, and I have a new recommendation this week. I want to clarify something last week. My recommendation last week was to adopt animals from the pound. And somebody had a problem with that, and just in case anybody else misunderstood me and I'm not very clear, I want to be clear today. I recommended that people adopt animals, cats and dogs, from the pound. And, you know, here in America, over 3 million pets are euthanized every year. And it's really sad, and it's a huge problem. I love animals. I love pets. They're great. They're great for us, and we're great for them. People that do not take the responsibility seriously and do not or cannot keep their pets is the problem. I don't believe me asking people to adopt a pet or people adopting a pet out of the pound is the problem. I said that even temporarily adopting a pet from the pound is good because it just simply extends the life of the animal. The pounds here in America do not keep animals for very long. It could be 3 days, 5 days, maybe longer. So every animal that doesn't get adopted is euthanized. So if you don't adopt it, they die. And even just extending the life of an animal for 6 months is better than not, okay? I take the responsibility very seriously, and I hope that everybody else does too. But anybody that takes on a new pet, it would be nice if you could keep the pet for its entire life, of course. What I'm trying to do is help the problem a little bit of putting so many animals down and not having enough life to experience. So I think it's okay for someone to go adopt a dog even for 6 months and take it back and gets euthanized. I know that's horrible, but 6 months more life is better. That's just my opinion. If you don't share that opinion with me, I respect that. But it seemed to have caused a problem for somebody, and just in case anybody else has a problem with that, I hope I've clarified what I'm intending with my advice. Thank you. This week, I would like to recommend a calming soft drink. Interesting, huh? It's made by a company called Kal, K-A-L. And there's several different drinks that do several different things and several different flavors. Lots of good feedback. I have not tried it myself. I would love if anybody has tried it to let me know what it's like, or anybody that does end up trying it, if you could come back and tell me what it's like, I'd appreciate that. I love feedback, and I like to know these things that I recommend, but I just thought it was a great idea. It's something I was looking for, and I found it here on Amazon. So the link will be down below in the description box if you would like to check it out or buy some, order some. This one particular I'm looking at right now is flavored wild blueberry, and it's called Calm with Magnesium anti-stress drink. Great replacement for things that have caffeine, like soft drinks, caffeinated soft drinks. This is a great replacement. I know caffeinated soft drinks can even be very addicting. I think caffeine is the most widely used psychoactive drug in the world. And it is horrible for people with anxiety problems and trying to heal from trauma. Okay, so this is what it says. Your peaceful magnesium calm, or your peaceful mag calm magnesium provides 325 milligrams of magnesium from mag glycinate for relaxation support, balance designed to support a return to calm equilibrium after times of stress. Easy does it, may soothe your central nervous system and help keep you calm, focused, and resilient. A busy mind may help ease restless or racing thoughts and support healthy rest. The cow difference, non-GMO and vegan and gluten-free, lab tested to ensure potency and purity. As long as it tastes okay, it sounds great, doesn't it, guys? Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Lots of different flavors, like I said. And that is it. Let's get started with the questions. All I ask from you guys, please, if you want to leave me a question, can you please tell us your location? I know some people are uncomfortable with that. You can be general. You can tell me the state or country or region or continent or hemisphere or just planet. What planet are you on? It just helps. I think most people, this is what I hear, and myself, I like that. I like to know. It just makes us all feel a little together, a little, I don't know. It helps when you feel so alone and isolated to know that you're not alone in this, okay? So please tell us your locations, everybody. Thank you. First question is from Adrian in the United States of America. Hello, Adrian. Hi, David. Love your videos. You help so many people. Merry Christmas, and thank you very much. Thanks. I always appreciate you guys telling me very much. It's great feedback, good or bad, to know how I'm doing and that what I'm doing is helping people. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian asks, are many narcissists intelligent, even with cluster B? And what I have been told, this is not even just my opinion, but what doctors say is there's no correlation between intelligence and personality disorders, which is rare in psychology, that there's no correlation between that. It's very rare. But that is the way it is as of now, okay? And I believe that too, because I don't think it matters how smart you are if you're being traumatized and neglected, okay? We all react differently, but my clients are very smart. I've tested extremely high on IQ as far as going through neglect and abuse, and I've known many narcissists that are both stupid and smart. So, and I don't notice, narcissistic personality disorder is on a spectrum, right? And that's why there's different narcissists, and they look different, a little bit different behaviors and stuff like this. And that spectrum does not have anything to do with intelligence. I've known people very low spectrum that aren't low intelligence, and I know people high on the spectrum that aren't high intelligence. I hope that helps, Adrian. Thank you for your question. Please let me know if you have any more things to ask me about that. Thank you. And C from Colorado. Hello. I do not have abusive parents, nor was I neglected as a child by my parents. I did, however, lose my dad at the age of 12. My mother took his death hard, as we all did, but she remained a very supportive and caring parent. I have been in 2 relationships with men I feel were borderline, and they both had a drinking problem. So if my parents didn't drink, and I rarely do, and my parents were both great parents, what could have caused me to pick this type of person? Colorado. So something that a lot of people aren't aware of is dependent relationships, which is having relationships with people with narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, histrionic, antisocial, at least those, are dependent on other people to give them what they need emotionally. Okay? Dependency. Dependency can come in all kinds of different forms. And when we have dependent relationships, there's other dependencies usually. Could be drinking, could be drugs, could very, very likely sex. If you're in a dependent relationship and there's no emotional connection and you're having sex, that sex is also a part of the dependency. Very important to know this. So it doesn't mean because your two boyfriends drank that it has to be that you have a drinking parent. What it means is that your boyfriend has dependencies, and if it sounds like he's also emotionally dependent on you, and that's there's never just one dependent person in a relationship. So if both of you, if you're dating him, you are too. I'm just saying if he is, I don't know him. But if we're having dependent relationships, then typically that comes from childhood. Typically that means that the parents were somewhat dependent on us. This is an extremely difficult, not for all, but it can be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to see this. This is vitally important to see this, though. Okay? If you can't see it on your own, join the rest of a lot of people, all right? And I try to make tons of videos to show this. If you haven't seen more, please keep watching more of my videos. Keep looking into this elsewhere for more information. But the best way is to hire a professional to show you this, okay? This, looking at our own lives is so much harder than looking at someone else's, for one. It is so difficult, okay? And to know what's wrong with the people closest to us is a lot harder than me knowing what's wrong with them. It's just the way it is without diving so far into that. If we're having abusive relationships in our adulthood, we had abusive relationships in childhood. If we have neglectful relationships in adulthood, we have neglectful relationships in childhood. If we have dependent relationships in our adulthood, we had dependent relationships in our childhood. And if you try to understand security and attachment styles, things like this, you'll see that if you had everything you needed emotionally, there'd be no reason to go date men and have relationships with them where you don't get anything you need emotionally. It just doesn't work like that. And like I said, please do find this out. I'll help you. It's something I think I'm pretty good at. I'm able to show many people who didn't know they were neglected that they were neglected, and it's not hard. If you refuse to go get help with this, look up emotional needs, know them very well, and really try to introspect and see if you had those met when you were a child. And that's hard too. I'm telling you, that is very difficult. And just identifying a problem doesn't fix it. It's a good start. But we need to learn how to give ourselves what we need emotionally. And besides your childhood, if you're having relationships where your emotional needs aren't met, okay, then we don't know how to do this. It's that simple. Our self-worth might be low, okay? So these are things we need to fix and learn. Very, very important. It starts with identifying it, okay? It really does. And, all I can tell you is good luck. Good luck doing this. But I hope you believe you're worth it, and I hope you believe that you are worthy of doing the work and taking the time and stuff like this to do this, okay? All too often, people trying to recover from this don't get help, and they don't get better, okay? They don't. And keep repeating it, okay? The only way we can stop this is first looking at ourselves, introspecting, okay? Good luck. I don't know how to help you more. I have many videos about this, many videos. I have a playlist here on my channel called Healing CPTSD. Many videos in there that might help you understand better, and there's a lot more information out there that you can find. But the best help you'll ever get, everyone out there, is talk therapy from a professional, okay? Thank you very much. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more, but I don't know your life, and I can't identify child neglect with you, okay? Because I don't know you, right? But if you would like to, please contact me, daviddemars.com. Thank you. Next question is from Weeping Willows in Canada. Hello, David. Oh, Alina, I'm sorry. Alina here again. Hi, Alina. These times are tough. I got my cats and my dog, but I feel so isolated. Like, I don't mind being alone, but I'm alone all the time. Like, people are scared of me. maybe we are scared of people. Okay, I find it hard to believe that people are scared of you. You know, but Alina, just like the last person I was talking to, we may, most of us, you guys are usually here because this is the end of the road. These, your emotional life has literally hit a roadblock, right? And we have all this huge, traumatic, dramatic, failed relationship, and this is why we're finally looking for answers, okay? And most people recover, most people in recovery or just reacting to trauma and the relationship's over, we tend to isolate, okay? I understand that, and it's a normal reaction, big time for people, especially men. Men do it more than women. Men tend to withdraw even from their families and keep quiet and take it to their grave. Women, which are more emotionally mature, tend to express this and kind of reach out for help more. Just like men don't ask for directions, right? So, good you have cats and dogs, they help. Isolating, and I don't mean to scare you or anything, but isolating is the worst thing we can do. It's the worst thing for us, okay? Worst. We need support. And what I was trying to say is when we have these toxic relationships, it's because we have toxic relationships, okay? So you might have toxic family that isn't there to support you. You might have toxic friends that aren't there to support you. It's a travesty. It's horrible. It's just the way it is. And we don't want to throw everybody away too. That makes us feel so unstable, but we can't be abused, okay? And having relationship problems means it's difficult for us to navigate through them and do this, okay? So I know I preach getting help, but I don't know how else anybody can heal when you're traumatized bad enough and it's been a pattern since your childhood and healing from this all alone. You're gonna get worse, my opinion. Get help. Anything, anytime, guys, that we can't do something by ourselves, ask for help. Ask for help. There's so much help out there, and there's so much, I know you guys say, oh, there's so much bad therapists and bad, yes, there are, but that doesn't stop us. That can't stop us, okay? That's your brain. Your brain might be taking over saying, oh, I'm scared of people, I don't trust anybody, nobody understands me, I'm so sick of being hurt, I don't want to try again, because your brain cares about one thing, that's keeping you alive. And what's the best way to not get hurt anymore? From people? Isolate. Don't talk. Don't try. Don't express. Nothing. And it will keep you alive? Maybe. But you aren't living. We aren't here to stay alive. Okay? We're here to live our lives. And it doesn't matter what age you are. It's never too late. It's never too late to have a better future, to become better people, to be more stable, and have some kind of healthy relationships, okay? So, isolation, worst thing you can do, surrounding yourself with people, especially supportive people, especially a therapist or a counselor or somebody on your team, right? Team Alina. Okay, let's try to form this team as hard as we can. If you don't know how, ask for help. I help clients do this, okay? Thank you, Alina. Good luck. I'm sorry you're all alone. I'm glad you have your cats and dogs, but you are worthy of so much more than that, okay? You're worthy of having good, healthy people in your life. Juanita from Elkview, West Virginia. Hello, Juanita. I have a question. Is it typical for a borderline to have resentment towards you in secret for a long time? Well, besides typical, that would suggest that most, I think. But yes, borderlines do this. Totally. Borderlines do not process their feelings. They are horrible at expressing themselves, and they don't accept loss. They don't accept loss. I truly believe the majority of people who obsess and stalk and stuff like this could possibly have borderline personality disorder. I'm not saying all, please. I'm not saying all borderlines do or all stalkers are borderlines. I'm just saying it's a very common thing for borderlines to do. They have a very unstable sense of self. They've been traumatized their whole life, and they have massive fear of abandonment. And when they lose something, they don't accept it, and they keep obsessing on people. Okay? So to have resentment towards you in secret, yes, I think they resent a lot of things and a lot of people, and they're horrible at expressing this, aren't they? That you typically will run away or blame you for everything and smear you and stuff like this. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, Juanita. Please tell me if you don't. And thank you for your question. Thank you. Next question, not a question. From Princess Nelson in Pennsylvania. Hello, Princess Nelson. She says, I would buy these 4 shirts. 1, love yourself first. 2, save yourself from danger. 3, I decided who I am. Or I decide who I am. And 4, be your own best friend. I think 3 of those a lot, so you must watch my videos. And I think you're suggesting that you would buy shirts if I made those. And I've had a few requests of stuff like that. So I've thought about it in the past, and I'm starting to think about it again. Maybe I'll make some shirts for you guys. Not so much to try and make a bunch of money off the merchandise, to kind of help you guys, I have little reminders myself to stay focused of who I am. I even have tattoos and stuff. So t-shirts is a great cheap way to do stuff like this, expressing yourself. I love it. I love it. Thanks for the advice. Those are great ideas, and those might come into fruition. Thank you. I'll let you guys know for sure. Next question. I don't see your name. God is great. And I don't see where you're from. Everybody, please tell us your locations. Let us know where you are. Okay, you don't even have to have a question. Pop down below and say, hey, from Europe. Thank you. David, I wonder if I had not experienced narcissist abuse, what would my mental health have been like? I bet I'd be flying. I bet I could touch the sky. I have so many goals. However, accomplishing even little goals seems so far-fetched. And I'm aware this is stemming from trauma. David, I heard about ashwagandha and cortisol ease. Have you tried these? I recommend them. I've been recommending them for years. Cortisol ease. Plant-based drops for your mouth, and it helps regulate your cortisol, which is your stress chemical. And I have tons of feedback from people that they love it. And you guys can just go to all my Q&As and you'll see that I recommend something every week, and I've been doing